good evening, and welcome to another episode of Elevate. I am one of your hosts, Jay Caraway, and I am waiting on my brother, Mr. CJ Boyd, to join me here shortly. Today, me and CJ were having just a good dialogue, good conversation about some things that I want to open up the floor and let him take the opportunity to share with everyone and just get feedback and input as well as give advice. It's several times that we, and when I say we, meaning just human nature, right? That we tend to question some of the things that transpire in our lives or some of the things that may happen in our day-to-day lives and wonder, what can we take from it? How can we take it, apply it, and make us a better person? Or what lessons did we learn, or what brought that about? So that is typically one of the things that I wanted to discuss in today's podcast with Mr. Boyd. Once he joins on here shortly, he messaged me and let me know that he would be joining. So I'm just waiting for him now. As a matter of fact, I wanted to just, let everyone tell everyone thank you for all your support, all the dedicated listeners, as well as the subscribers, as well as people that not only Elevate Podcasts, but everyone at BS3 Network. We are truly blessed and honored to be a part of this network and to be a part of its success as well as its growth. So really, really looking forward to making this network be the best that it could be as we continue to grow and as we continue to hopefully inspire and bring about change. And for our podcast, hopefully we help elevate. And with that being said, let's go ahead and join in my co-host. Mr. CJ Boyd is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. CJ, what's good, my brother?
What's good, man?
Oh, man, you know how I go. Just living the dream,
Yeah, man.
Baby, what's up? I see. Hey, he had the fresh cut. Y'all letting it grow back out?
Nah, man, we gonna cut. Well, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it. Well, I'm gonna cut it. But I'm gonna take him back to the barber. You know what I'm saying? I swear, every time we be doing these podcasts on Thursday, man, hey, she get her nails done. She done, you know what I'm saying? So once again, I'm stuck with my little dude. And I was recording a little bit of the man, I do my own little YouTube thing. So I was trying to hurry up and get these little videos out before you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, hey, I be on my grind doing my little thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right on. Hey, I'm proud of you. Look good on you. Daddyhood look good on you.
I try to make it look good, man. I be trying, man. I be trying.
Right on. So I was telling the people just a little intro, basically, of what the topic and the conversation was going to be. I want to go ahead at this point, open it up to you, since you're the one with the topic. I love the idea. I think that is something that people can definitely learn from, as well as share their experiences as well. So with that being said, the floor is yours, brother.
Absolutely. So, please forgive me if I got to get on my son, because, it's just me and him right now. Like, I'm going to take that from you. You can't be getting that, my boy. You play with something else. But so today's topic, I think I seen it, and we're doing a part 2, as far as, it's being too Black, in the environment, in the workplace environment, you know what I'm saying? Too bad. What's going on, H-Rep? What's going on, my man? And this, this may come maybe not to a shock, but I was just getting with Justin the other day, and I was telling him about, your boy CJ, was kind of going through some real stuff, for about 2 months. But, I never let it affect the grind. As you can see, I still was trying to do Elevate and do my own little joint at the same time while dealing with what I was dealing with. So basically, on February the 3rd, I basically, I lost my job at my company, and it was a little bit of a struggle. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit financial, because I saved up a little bit, but of course, you know what I'm saying, money started getting low. And I was actually financial and mentally, I was going through it. And one of the reasons why I lost my job, but you know something that I don't know? That's why I tell you to quit eating stuff from the damn floor. Cause you won't be you be doing all this choking and shit. I said, hey, quit eating stuff from the floor and you'll be all right. But he don't listen to nobody. But anyway, so part of the reason why I lost my job, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit due. Got it. Jesus Christ, man. Just be eating stuff, man. Part of the reason why I was losing or why I lost my job was, due to my own, efficiencies, I quote unquote say, even though I feel like everybody else was having to, but my workplace at the time, I was literally the only black male. Everybody else, white, and like maybe 2 Indians. But everybody else, I was the only, only black person, only black guy. And as y'all know me, I'm not I went to Lancaster, I ain't go to no academy, and then I went to a public school, y'all know where it's about. Son, can you quit eating Daddy Chain? Can you quit that? Can you be a big boy? Be a big boy. So anyway, basically, when they got to the final review and looking at everything, one of the things they said was due to my own inefficiencies. But here's the thing that caught me, right? My team lead was a black lady. She was a black lady, and she said, I remember when we was at a hiring event and you referred to me as your T-dog or your T whatever.
Yeah.
And in the back of my mind, I was like, well, I called you my tea lady. I ain't call you my tea, but, at that point, you can't change somebody's mind when they already about to, give you the boot or whatever. So anyway, basically, I called her and I shouldn't have to explain, especially to the black community, when we say words like tea lady, like, oh, that's tea lady. Oh, that's oh, that's the OG. That's a term. That's like a words of endearment. Those are words. I'm. It's like I'm showing you respect. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, and I was referring to her as my tea. I'm like, yeah, I said, hey, like, this is my tea lady right here. I'm just cracking jokes. And actually, the dude I was cracking jokes with was another black dude. So I'm thinking, we just in the mix. I was very wrong to assume that, you know what I'm saying, when I thought we was all in the mix.
Right.
Because, she went ahead and referred to me, she was saying that I was unprofessional and then this, then the third. But all I was looking at her, I was looking at her like, you're absolutely right. That is unprofessional. But I just feel like as a black woman, especially older, she was about in her 60s. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you have got to know that wasn't. I wasn't trying to. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to I'm letting you know, like, hey, I got this, my tea, like I got her. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful to her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But she took that as quote unquote disrespect, and that was part of the reason why I got let go. Now, I thugged it out, and thankfully, and those that wonder, I did end up getting a job offer. Actually, in the job that's offering me now, they offer me they offered me a decent amount. So they offered me more than what I was making. So I mean, it's all a blessing. But during those 2 months, I went through all types of emotion. I was heated. I felt betrayed. I was sad, mad, because I'm like, damn. And then not to mention, you know, I start calling in kind of favors, people I done connected with. I was like, you know what? You know, I'm in the tight spot. Let me go ahead and try to call somebody. I asked two, you know, and these are black people. I had two people I reached out to, you know, and one was my boy, and the other one is somebody I knew from a hiring event, but he was talking. He was like, hey, if you ever want to leave here, hey, you come with me, and we can get together, man. We can flip this whole. I said, okay, man. You know, hey, I'll remember that. The first dude told me, he said, you know, he was basically saying, well, I don't know, you know, if this would be like the right job for you, just because it's kind of like a new position. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not quite sure. And then the company already is kind of like, they'll give you the hot seat in the instant. So I don't want to just bring you into something that I know that you may not succeed in, which is actually not a bad excuse. I mean, I kind of get that. So, but at the same, I'm thinking, I'm like, shit, I got this big old joke to feed. I got a house to show. Shit, I'll learn it. I'll get my shit straight. I'll figure it out. But I understand. The second black dude, he rolled me along. He was like, hey, send me your application, because I'm the manager. I run out this and the third. I'm saying, okay, bet. Shit, we may be in here. Literally 2 weeks ago, I sent them a message. I said, say, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, what's going on? Like, what's up? He said, "Oh man, yeah, I don't think this could work. I mean, I know what I said, and I apologize for that, but nah, I don't think we can make this happen." So I'm just like, damn. So I got betrayed. I felt a little betrayed from the lady at my job, because I'm like, you really could use that opportunity to pull me to the side, because that's what I would do if I was in a position. And, you know, and the two people, the homeboys, I'm like, so y'all would just chat. One, I kind of understood. I'm like, still, you know, other one, I'm like, bro, you would just chat me. And when I tell you, I learned so many lessons. I said, and the two lessons I learned was, at the end of the day, don't nobody in this world owe you anything.
That's true.
Nobody owe you anything. That's why, you know what I'm saying, you know, you didn't see me on Facebook. I ain't starting no GoFundMe or just be like, can somebody help me? I need a job. I lost. I never did any of that. I grinded it out. And a lot of people don't know, before this, I was late to some episodes because I was door dashing. Right after some episodes, I had to make it happen. And DoorDash, I was about to, you know what I'm saying? Man, I was putting in applications at like a Walmart nightly stock because I needed something, you know what I'm saying? But thankfully, you know, and of course, you know, I'm still trying to do the whole police thing. But that police shit, that take time, brother. That ain't happening. Shit, that shit may not happen till this summer. So, you know, but anyway, I went through the ringer. Thankfully, I found the job that'll take me, and I can't be more thankful. But that just let me know I could never get too close with any. I mean, I knew that in the work environment, but I just thought, because we were black, I said, maybe I can show you my card. Maybe I can show you my book of tricks. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you cannot do that. And it's a shame. And you're a little bit older than me. You're not too, on the grand scheme of things, you're not too much older than me, but you're old enough to where I can look up. I say, you know what? I don't call a lot of people big bro, you know, but I say, you know, like, that's you know, Justin is entering that OG status. Like, if I really needed some, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's kind of where I felt like, you know what? You know, we need to have this conversation, especially because you're at that position that you're going, you know, that you're all right, power, that you can, you can start making some, you can start making some waves within your company. And then the feeling I feel now, I'm never going to forget that. And it's crazy. Right. I mean, had it happened to, like, if it was a Caucasian or a Mexican, I said, you know, I understand, but you, like, come on, like, we cut from the same cloth. So I thought, but that's not how it is all the time. So that's why I just wanted to talk about that. And just, you know, I don't know. I mean, at least when I become a manager or supervisor, when I want to reach out, I'm definitely gonna remember this feeling, and I'm gonna stick to my word and do everything I say I would do.
Well, that's part of where we look at it and say, be the change that you want to see, right? That's where that comes in. But also what you got to realize and understand is we tend, and when I say we, meaning Black and Hispanics, we tend to lean on each other a lot more because we look at ourselves as the minority. And we look at ourselves as, okay, we got to look out for each other because we know they won't, right? And when we say they, we're meaning pretty much Caucasian or the dominant society. So ultimately, what ends up happening is when you get people in certain positions, I'm not going to say they forget who they are, but they have certain responsibilities and they also have a certain dynamic that they want to keep their peers to look at them in a certain light, or to keep their hiring or upper managers to look at them in a certain light to say, okay, cool, this is what I'm about, or okay, cool, I'm not afraid to, check one of mine or check someone else. Like, I'll do the dirty work, so to speak, right? But at this point, like you said, to me, it's like, yeah, lesson learned, because you'll have that expectation of, okay, yeah, do we really connect like that? Or is it my false sense of, because we share this in common, that we got each other? So you always have to go into it, especially in corporate America, you always got to go into it with one eye open and keeping that third eye open, reading body language, reading how people present themselves. They may present themselves a certain way, but that ain't necessarily what they about as far as the end of the day. So the end game may be, well, if I do this, or if I get CJ out of here, it looks better for me, because at that point, then I become the only one, So always look at it from that perspective. And it's funny that we having this conversation, and I don't want to say it's funny that it happened to you, but it's one of those things of, that's a hard lesson to learn, but better yet, it is a lesson that you learn, and you have to look at it from the positive standpoint. You position yourself now where you're making more money than what you were. And hopefully this job is going to be a better fit than what that job was, because obviously that wasn't a good fit for your personality, for your style. But at the same time, take it and learn from it. Embrace it. Take it on the chin like a man, like you already have done. There's no question about that. So I'm super proud of you for that. And I definitely want to make sure that I say that today on the podcast, that I'm extremely proud of you for doing that, because some people would give up. Some people would feel like, well, why this happened to me? I don't want to DoorDash. I don't want to, I'm above Walmart, or I'm above DoorDashing. Some people actually think that way. But you get it. You have a better understanding because you got that little boy in your hand, and that's your reason. And not only that, but like you said, you want to make sure that he doesn't miss a beat. So you're doing the necessary things that it takes in order to provide, which is within itself, as a Black or Hispanic man, bro, that's like one of the hardest things to do in our country today, is being able to hold your head up high and have that pride of saying, hey, I'm going to figure it out. I ain't going to cry about it, because you could have easily been like, yo, she didn't look out for me. That's messed up. My own people did me in, whatever. You didn't have that notion. You may have felt that way. And that's why you find yourself catching yourself feeling like, man, I felt a little betrayed, or I felt a little let down. But when you know to count on yourself, and you know to count on CJ, bro, can't nobody let you down, because you depended on you. So that's the beauty of that situation. And I feel like that's something you're going to take from this. And one thing that I learned working in corporate America is, just like when they hire you, you got to represent their company. So take it to yourself. Put yourself in the position of, I work for CJ Boyd, right? So you're hiring me, but I'm also hiring myself, because I know that I'm not going to let myself down. If I need to perform a certain task or hit a certain mark in order to get to where I need to be, then that's what I'm gonna do, right? It's just like what we've always taught: dress for the job that you want, not the job that you have. So perform for the job that you want, not the job you have. If you know, like, hey, I got in here, I learned it, I know the tricks of the trade, and I know where I'm at, I know that I'm above the rest, then you perform that way. You blow shit out of the water. So when they come back to you, when it comes to okay, promotions, or it comes to raises, or it comes to, hey, I need to have a conversation because I know I'm the best thing in here, your numbers or your performance speaks for itself. And that's probably one of the things that hurt you at that job was, I agree with you. Yes, there should have been a conversation. If she felt like that was unprofessional, she should have pulled you aside and said, hey, let me talk to you. I get it. I understand. I know what you mean, but this is not the setting for that. Then you already know where she stands. You know at that point, like, okay, I can rock with her, but it always has to be a professional level. I can't look at her and consider her like a homegirl that I went to school with or a homegirl from the neighborhood. You have to approach everything like that. Like, yes, I'm not foreign. Yes, I have a personality. Yes, I'm friendly, whatever the case. But I'm also here to do business. I'm also here to do the job that's at hand, which doesn't take away from who you are. But at sometimes I hate to say dumb it down because we never look at our counterparts and tell them to dumb it down. But it becomes a thing of that professional courtesy has to be 10 times more inside you than it is. It has to be displayed 10 times more from you than anybody else. And unfortunately, that's just us as black and brown. That's just the cards that we're dealt. You're going to always have to have that level of professionalism where they can't touch you. And when you have your numbers that back you and speak for you, they really can't say nothing to you. So at that point, what you become is that threat, but you also become the model that they're looking for. They want more employees like you. They want more people like you. Then it becomes interesting because, yeah, they know a little bit about your background. They know, like, oh, looking from his resume, he went to Lancaster, or oh, okay, he, went to the military, or oh, okay, he, whatever. They're going to learn things throughout your tenure at the job, but at the same time, that professionalism never changes. So when they look at you and they see you, it's funny because I was told this by a manager that I totally have nothing but the highest respect for. He told me one day, be Bruce Wayne. And I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, you know Batman, right? Everybody knows Batman. Everybody feels like they know Batman. But how many people say they know Bruce Wayne? Be Bruce Wayne. When you go in that office, you Bruce Wayne. You the mystery man that nobody knows nothing about. But when it comes to you performing and doing the job, you Batman. You the first one everybody run to. They hitting that spotlight to shine on you because they know you gonna kick ass and get the job done, right? So that always stuck to me. That always registered to me. And the same thing goes with the same thing about being, I guess you could say, be Clark Kent. Everybody knows Superman, but how many people know Clark Kent? He go change in the phone booth. He come out. Everybody know who Superman is, but nobody pay attention to Clark Kent when he leave the office to go change. Nobody pay attention to Bruce Wayne when he in the Batcave. So those are the characters that I say as far as minorities, black, brown, Asian, anything. Those are the characters that we need to be, especially in corporate settings, because, bro, when you get to where you need to be, then you opening the door for the next generation. That opens the door for the next generation. And all it is a thing of respect. It's a thing of, damn, we can't touch CJ. We can't go to CJ. Oh, that was unprofessional. You said this or you did that. That's where you want to be. And I feel like you well on your way, bro. Like you're still developing yourself, and you ain't gonna do nothing but get better with time. And that's how you gotta look at it, bro. You just gonna continue to elevate and grow in your career, in your life, and in success. So I always say, don't rush anything, bro. Just keep doing what you do. And along the ways, you're going to have forks in the road, but it doesn't define you. You just keep it going. I don't know who this is, Jordan MC, right? Well, what's up?
Jaden MC?
Jaden MC. Well, shout out to you, Mr. Jaden MC.
Shout out to Jaden. What's good with you, Playboy?
Then we got Mr. BS3 himself in the building. Good evening, fellas. Good evening to you, Mr. Ben.
What's going on, Ben?
Yeah, but that's always like some of my best advice to people, man. And I noticed I saw that on Facebook. Was that you that posted about the Black China chick changing up her whole
Yeah, that was me.
So that ties in perfectly, because you notice when she was, I don't really pay attention, but you notice when she was at her height of her fame or her notoriety or celebrity, whatever you want to call it, it was for all the wrong shit. It was for all the wrong reasoning. And the older that this woman is becoming, the more she realizes and the more she understands that dudes ain't really going for that shit. Ain't nobody really caring about having a chick, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, no one's taking that serious. So at that point, it really becomes now you want to rebrand yourself. You want to just basically reinvent yourself. And that's the thing. Like in life, we all go through changes. I always like to call it our metamorphosis stages. So she's going through that stage of getting older and realizing, like, damn, I didn't mean anything. My talent wasn't really truly displayed. And from my understanding, it has to do with the fact that she's trying to get like movie roles and she wants to be taken seriously. And do I think it's possible? Yes. But do I feel like the past is always going to come back to haunt you? Absolutely. Especially her past, because we saw the train wreck when it was rolling, and you had people that actually encouraged the behavior, but now they're going back on it and being like, oh, she's switching up. She ain't being real. What are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like she's being real or switching up? Do you support it, or do you feel like now a little too late?
First off, what's going on, Eric the Intellect? Justin, do you mind if we take a commercial break right quick? I'm gonna put him back in his room right quick because he doing a little bit too much, and I gotta take this lasagna out. So take a quick little minute, and then
I got you. I'll play the commercial now, bro. And while you doing that, think about what I said, because I got to hear this from you because you posted it. So,
I got you.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Oh, boy. It's something else. We're back. Yeah, so the question that I proposed to you was the post that you made today about the whole Blac Chyna situation. That was just a question that I had for you in regards to what your thoughts were, what your opinion was in regards to her, I guess you could say, change or her character change.
So first, do we have any comments right quick before I get in, or are we good?
Oh no, we good. We had Eric and Ben, just saying what's up, and that was really it. So we good.
Okay, gotcha. So my thoughts on Blac Chyna, which I'm pretty sure, I think I made a post here, man. Your whole family diaspora got in the chat. With Mika and Dog. And the dog, I didn't even know her. She had to be on Facebook. I didn't know she knew. I said shit, but they all had something to say. Oh, that's my mom's car. I work with. Okay. But yeah, they all had something to say, and me and Lily was all in the grid. We all, Mika, Dog. Me personally, how I feel about that situation is, I think there's nothing wrong with anybody wanting to change, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And especially in women. Now, I will say this. I don't blame people for having a perception on somebody if that's what it was, which I can't. I mean, hell, I know mean girls at school that was nasty, mean as hell. Mean than a motherfucker, but they want somebody to support their damn cookie selling business. I ain't supporting shit, motherfucker. I ain't doing none of that shit. I ain't supporting you at all because you was a mean ass girl. You know what I'm saying? So so I get that how some people may say, you know what I'm saying? I know, she was hot at one point. She was a stripper. She done finessed a Kardashian. We ain't forget that. Done made that man Rob Kardashian an uncle and a dad or some shit like that. That was Tiger. I'm tweaking. That was Tiger. That was a dad / uncle. I said, ain't this up? So anyway, yeah. So we all remember that, but she had to change her heart, and you know what? It's not her. I don't know if you know somebody named Brittany Renner. She's a
I know you're talking about.
Okay, so she's having some revelation. So it goes to show you it's the phase. They was going through that phase. They was doing what they was doing, but you know what? When because there's always gonna be another girl. There's always gonna be another friend. There's gonna be just to keep it it's always gonna be another dude. Shit, it was Denzel Washington. If you want to keep it, if you want to go back, shit, it was like the Wesley Snipes. I'm thinking about 90s. Yeah. Wesley Snipes. What's the homeboy name? Lorenzo Tate.
Oh, okay, Lorenz Tate.
Yeah, Tate or whatever. Morris Chestnut. Not to say they still, but it's getting replaced by these new Denzel Washington. It's getting replaced by these new Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors. Shout out Jonathan Majors out of Duncanville City area, right next to my. You know what I'm saying? All these new. So it's gonna be a new person each. generation. And wasn't nobody talking about Blac Chyna in a long ass time. And I'm saying all that to say there is nothing wrong with both of those ladies wanting to change. However, you know, on the flip side to that, you can't also judge people because they don't want to accept the change, especially if you wrong them. Now, I don't know Blac Chyna personally. I don't know Brittany Renner personally, but we all know women that are kind of their same status. They was hot at one point. It was shake their ass, doing all that shit. Guess what? When they hit their peak and now they're on the decline as far as maybe on attraction or whatever. Not to say that's the reason why they wanted to change. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's the reason why. No, they still look beautiful. Shit, they still look. I want both of them. You know what I'm saying? But just, you know, they're finding the light. They're seeing God, or they're doing whatever. I remember Brittany Renner was saying, "I feel disgusted because I feel disgusted because I don't let some of these little scrubs on this, that, and third." I'm pretty sure Blac Chyna feels the same way, and not just but girls like him. But my point is, I also am a little bit mature, and some women, they do grow up, and actually, as a man, I actually like that you grew up because it's kind of one of those, you be damned if you do, you damned if you don't. If you don't grow up, we gonna be calling you 35 and 40 years old. Like, damn, like you still ain't learned that? You still at whatever. You still doing the same stuff you was doing when you was in your early, late 20s? But when she's trying to change, I don't appreciate the dude that's like, nah, you ain't no going back. Ain't no, I'm like, all right, okay. Bro, let's calm down, let's stop. So overall, I love the change. Let me not say I love it because I'm not like invested in it. Like I was just waiting.
Yeah.
But
that's a good that proposes another good question. Can perception be changed? Because you got to keep it real. We knew both of them, and we both felt honestly as a man. When you think of those two women, you automatically thought that, okay, they the finesse queens, right? Like they out here finessing guys, getting them to, go ahead and have a baby. Like Brittany Renner was going around on different podcasts saying things like that. Like, this is how you sleep with a basketball player because they don't believe in condoms. Like, yo, she said that out her own mouth. And the thing is that as a man, if you invest in this woman or you take this woman on, I can't speak for every man. I can only speak for myself. You also embrace her past as well, because sometimes that perception never leaves. It doesn't change. So let me ask you this. That's deep. You gotta be real. Like, real talk. Let's say, and this is just hypothetically speaking. Let's say
know where it's going, and hell no, her ass can get. Hey, it's to this. I know it's going. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So hypothetically speaking, let's say CJ was a single man, or I was a single man, and we out here and we meet this chick. She look good, she bad, whatever. But you hearing from your partners or you hearing from other people like, yo, I know such and such, or I know about her. Like my partner or my cousin, or you hearing multiple things about her. Are you going to really sit there and take that relationship seriously? Or are you going to say, hey, yo, pass, I'm sorry, it came back to haunt you, although you may be a different person now, but the perception that you have painted and put out there before, unfortunately, it is what it is, and I can't get past that? Does that make you less of a man?
I'd say this. I'll say this. For one, I'm never gonna take another man's whatever he tell me. I'm not gonna take that face value because some niggas out here really want. Hey, true. You know, some niggas be talking hella shit about a girl. They be saying, oh, hell no, I wouldn't. Is that a third? And then you check your Snap, you see the Instagram, I'm laid up with. I said, bro, you gave me a 3-page thesis statements on why you wouldn't touch her because she's so, hey, but you doing whatever. He like, nah, it's different. Nah, nigga, it ain't different, bro. You trifling. So that's for one. So that's his own conversation within itself. But okay, so let's say let's say we confirm the fact she was doing whatever. I'm gonna say this, bro. My personal rule is if I know if it's within my circle or friend group, that's an automatic disqualification because I don't need to. No, well, just because I can't bring my girl around my home and he like, yeah, I remember I was going ballistics on that. Like, no, that's not happening. I'm sorry, baby girl, but let's say if she like if I don't know anybody, if I don't know, and somebody just said, hey, and if they ain't got some visible evidence, and if I really like her, and if she's really, then I wouldn't. If I'm really feeling her, I would not mind. But it depends on like what she did. Like it depends on like what we're really talking about. Because let's keep it a trill. Like if you want to keep it trill, it's a lot of niggas that are married some hoes out here, man. They don't marry some, and I'm keeping it trill. You and I both know. We both know people that I said, boy. Your girl 10 years, shit, your girl 5 years ago was out, was tweaking, but to each man of their own. But at the end of the day, when you want to make that stage or when you want to see her in a different light, it's different. If I've never seen you in that light, like if I've never seen you act like that, that may be true, whatever. But I've never seen you like that. So the shit really, I ain't gonna say it don't matter, but it's not gonna hit as hard versus if I done seen you out here, done did A, B, C, and D. Now you try see now I'm like, nah, man, because I seen it. It's different. It's different when you see something versus when you hear about it from a fan and you don't even know. It's almost, hey, well, can you verify? I mean, like one part, I'm like, all right, well, I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? So, that's kind of my answer to that, Justin.
But I feel like that ain't your real.
No, it really.
No, I'm just saying, like, real talk. If it was something in the sense of, I'm not saying necessarily, oh, you knew the guys or you know the guys or whatever. But just hypothetically speaking, if a girl was like, yo, y'all talking one day, you ask body count, right? And let's say she hits you with her body count higher than yours. Are you going to be okay with that?
Well, I'll say this. I'm gonna say this. No. Okay, Justin. Okay, but you gotta understand though, and I'm keeping it true, right? Okay. Wait. Hold on. If y'all are already okay, I'm assuming you mean when we're not established. If we're just in the talking stage, because I'm gonna keep it true. Once we've been. Justin, I'm not about to be with this girl for 4, 5, 6 years. We done been, we done got.
Yeah, you already had that conversation at that point.
I mean, no, but I'm just saying. Let's say we never had the conversation. I'm like, I ain't never had. Then she say some ridiculous ass, like, yeah, I don't know, like whatever a ridiculous number, and you just like, I mean, like, do you divorce your wife, or do you just be like, you know what, I don't even want to play this game, like, you know what I'm saying, like you just be like. You know what I'm saying? So, but let's say if we before we even got to that point, if she told me a ridiculous, and I'm not even just talking about body count, hell, I was talking about more as far as their ideology, their ideology of doing whatever she was, that's an unattractive young girl's ideology. Now, if I would know about that's what it is, I'd have some. I'd be like, okay, well, damn. You said that back then. It was like, oh, these basketball players stupid. This and third. and that's Brittany Renner, and that's and Blac Chyna has had her share of she's a stripper trying to get lit, do whatever, this, that, and the third. Now, like I said, I'm glad she's seeing change because I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, we be asking females to do shit, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. You ain't the same dude, and I'm not. I'm you know what I'm saying? It's different, like, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, like I said, man, and your cousin, I think I called that nigga Ted the King.
Yeah.
Nigga, you know what I'm saying? He was telling me, like, hey, like, you gotta give grace sometimes because you don't know, like, when you gonna need it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all for people, if they want to change, then that's fine. I ain't gonna stop you from changing, but at the same time, that perception on, it's up to the person that you've hurt or the person that's trying to date you. Because now you just kind of somewhat made it. It's gonna take a strong man to date Blac Chyna and Brittany Renner due to your history. It's almost
do
like,
you consider that a strong man, or do you consider that because let's be honest, like, we got to be realistic here. Like, you look at a woman, let's say, just throwing out a woman, right? Like, a desirable woman, let's say Halle Berry or Kim Kardashian, right? We know about their dating history because they're in the public eye. And within that, I mean, it's a little different because you view them differently than a Blac Chyna or Brittany Renner, right? And the reason you view them differently, how was practice? Tell CJ what's up.
What's up?
Hey, when we gonna hoop?
He asked me you gonna hoop with him.
You think about it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had T-ball today. He said probably later.
Probably later. All right, bet, yeah. Bet I'll let you choose.
No, and my bad, fool. I should have hit you on that Oak Cliff Garland game. That's on me. My bad.
I hit my lip, bro, because I was like, bro, is you playing? But now she said you was talking. I said, man, you could have hit me.
Garland won.
Okay, so y'all won, right? So y'all.
That's all. Hey, and I didn't play. All I did was ref. I did not play. All I'm gonna say.
Who was playing?
What? It was a couple of like youngsters, like catch your age and stuff.
It was a South Oak Cliff versus Garland game or something?
No, it was just some cats from Oak Cliff. I don't know. I didn't know all of them. I knew like 3 of them, and they played. One played at Skyline, one played at Lancaster, and one of them was playing. I think he played at Carter. Those were the 3 that I knew. But they brought like a squad from like Oak Cliff in that area, and I had them play against some cats from Garland because it's always a bunch of chirping of, Garland ain't got no real hoopers. I was like, okay, well, trust me. We doing this for my nonprofit, but at the same time, I want this to be a game. I wanted it competitive. So I was like, I'm going to ref it myself. So me and one of my other partners, we refed it. But, bro, I ain't going to lie to you. Watching them, I was like, man, I actually want to play now. But we'll do it again. I'll make sure you're there for that one for sure.
I was probably calling every foul Garland got. You was probably calling every foul. You was in travel. You was here doing this shit right here. Hey, man, I should have, man. Boy, you and your partner from Garland, and y'all was in Garland too, right? Man,
yep.
Shit.
Hey, I was giving N1 calls, continuation. Hey, he was on his way up.
I can't play with that. I can't play with.
I'll bet the next one. I think the next one. I know we're supposed to be doing one in North Dallas, but I think we're getting ready to come out that way because, bro, man, when you already know, man, when you hoop and you play against other people, they always tell you like, yo, I got a squad or I got these cats that can go. And it's always like, okay, well, figure out the place and we'll pull up. So when they hit me and they were like, yo, we gonna pull up for sure. And I was like, okay, well, how many you got? Because I ran it like a real game, bro. I was like, look, y'all doing 20-minute halves. Like, I'm calling everything. I'm stopping the clock, 20-minute halves. Boy, when I tell you them boys was winded, boy, because a lot of them were smoking before the game. I was like, I don't know if y'all going to make these 20 minutes trying to run while he's sitting there cheating.
I ain't gonna lie, shit. I ain't touched the ball in about a year. I ain't gonna lie. I mess around and up smoking layups and shit. Man.
You didn't want to be a part of that one then, because I give Oak Cliff this, man. They had something out there that had some go to them, and they had one big, man. Hey, that boy showed me some things. He stepped outside. Then he went baseline on one, caught him a nasty body. I was like, ooh, that hurt my feelings.
Yeah, but I ain't been.
Yeah, they represented though. I give them that. But no, back to the topic. My bad. I didn't mean to get you off topic with that. But it's different because you view these people and you see them in a different light, right? Because of who they are. It's just like you, right? Like you went to Lancaster. If it was a chick from Lancaster that wanted to get at you or whatever, 9 times out of 10, you gonna know her dating history or know the dudes that she was with or whatever. But it deters you, but at the same time it doesn't, because at that point, man, we're visual creatures. So what you doing or what you putting in with her, you thinking Buddy did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes that, especially if y'all run within the same circle and y'all got to go around the same people. Imagine that. So imagine being a dude trying to date a Black China or a Brittany Renner or whatever. Imagine being that person. Is like, yo, 9 times out of 10, because Hollywood is a very small circle, you gonna run into somebody that she dated or messed with or whatever. How do you respond or how do you react to that?
Yeah, me personally, I mean, now if I was in Hollywood, I ain't doing that just because I don't want that. I don't want that baggage. I don't want Tiger in that shit. I hit it first on some Ray J shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to. I'm not going down that route. But somebody is, bro. They are both still young, so somebody is gonna date them. Somebody is gonna, and what's crazy? What's crazy is crazy because we as males do this, and I'll keep it real, man. It's like, you ever get with the chick, you trying to be on some time. I ain't trying to hear this on. I ain't hear no bullshit ass. I ain't trying to hear what you got to say about the Bible verse. I'm trying to go ballistics right quick, and she talking about, oh, I don't do that no more.
So
you don't do that no more. Shit, well, what you mean? Yeah, I done turned over a new leaf.
So that goes back to the first question. So perception can't be changed. Is that what you telling me?
That's not.
That's what you telling me, bro.
I'm just saying. I'm not the clip nigga. This shit funny. No, I'm just saying, man, no. But like, don't that hurt though, Justin? Like, you like, man, you like, man, I know she out here going, yeah, I'm gonna have to, yeah, you do all this, and then she hit you with some Bible verses. I'm like, Bible verses? What? I'm not trying to hear that now. I'm trying to get topped off. Like, what we really doing? And she talking about some, oh, no, I don't know. I mean, they used to be me, but I've changed.
So perception.
So basically, you was a bopper with everybody else you did with me. Now you want to be a Christian. Girl, if you don't get your motherfucker down from my goddamn. Now, hold on. With that being said, is it hard to change perception? Yes, it's hard to change your perception depending on what you did. However, I am not going to blame them for wanting to, you know, I can't, you know what I'm saying? They're just talk for like 2 seconds. Man, I gotta take this on y'all one more time.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, and I to what your point is, I think that you're looking at it from a different perspective. You're looking at it from okay, if I'm trying to date a chick or I'm trying to see what this chick is on to see what she's about. My thing is with the changes that you're seeing, the Blac Chyna and the Brittany Renner ladies making, like, you got to understand and realize that they influenced a lot of young ladies, and they influenced a lot of young ladies in a negative perception, right? So my thing is, when we're talking about the perception that they have already put out there, does that change? Because, like, to your point, if you getting with her and you know, or you heard this, or you know about this, or seen about that, you trying to see, like, yo, what that be like with me? You know what I'm saying? So when it becomes no, I turned over a new leaf, no, I'm no longer that person, like, do you really buy that, or you really believe in that, or are you feeling like, man, no, you just trying to put on something or trying to stunt, right? Because that's what, like you were just saying, a lot of people feel that way, like, oh, well, Blac Chyna wasn't relevant. Nobody was talking about her. So this is something that she can do that's going to spark her name up again, or this is something that she's going to do that's going to give her that, you know, quick 5 minutes of fame again, right? Because it's funny, I was just having this conversation about, like, remember during the pandemic when OnlyFans first hit, right? And everybody was going nuts over it. But then pandemic over, it died down. Like, there was nothing to really be excited for or gung-ho about, right? So is it the same thing when we're talking about these two women here? Does the perception change? Does it become well, now that you ain't doing that no more, ain't nothing to talk about? Now, I understand her doing it for career path and career moves. Totally fine. Same with Brittany Renner, because now she probably looking at PJ Washington like, oh, okay, well, he ain't the big name that we thought he was going to be in the league. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, you can't hold on to that coattail forever, because it becomes hey, this man doing his thing, he moving around, he in the league, bro. Like, he ain't concerned about that. You know how many of them there are out there? Like, for him, it's like, you a dime a dozen, no problem. Good luck, bow out gracefully, do your thing, whatever. Yeah, I'll take care of the child. I'll, child support, whatever he doing, no problem. He ain't missing that. But the problem is what she's missing, and somebody told her this on the podcast. That's the best you gonna do, and you need to go back to him. You need to do whatever it needs to take to fix that, because ain't nobody else gonna take you serious because of the things that you had said in your past, in your perception that you have painted and put out there. And I agree. I think that's absolutely true. Like, bro, she ain't gonna do no better than that. What other NBA player gonna want to be like, yeah, after she said those comments? What other NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball celebrity is going to want to touch that, bro? As far as being serious.
Justin, I need you to contact, like, either Mika or Lily. I feel like Lily is a little bit more involved with like what's going on. That's why no offense to your other family members, but contact them or somebody. I definitely want to make a part 2 to this right here.
Oh yeah.
I definitely want to make a part. But you know what I'm saying. But contact. You know what I'm saying. Man, you got the big ass family, man. Hey, I need get one of them queens on there. Get one of your cousins. Shit, yeah, your cousins. Yeah, one of them. Hell, I know you got like at least 30 of them. So you know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, we gonna end it off there, but I'm gonna hit you with my final thoughts. So first off, you can never get too comfortable in these workplaces, man. When you're a black man, like I said, I'm glad I'm in a better position. I'm glad I can provide. I can, make sure I can try to make sure everybody's straight and just keep my end of the bargain. So I'm digging that. And then secondly, with Blac Chyna and the Brittany Renners, hey, ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with you trying to change. However, people perceptions may not be your perception. I would just say, if that's what you really are about, then we'll revisit this in about like 2 years. Hell, we'll revisit this by the end of this year and see if you still own that. Because some people say they done changed, and then guess what? You see them right back on the bottle. They say, I swear I ain't gonna touch it. And you like, man, you out here drunk. It is 10 a.m. Well, what that man gets out, what's the saying that one movie you talking about? Yeah, I'm drunk now. Shit, what you talking about? What you mean? So he get that. I forgot what movie that is, but anyway.
Flight, wasn't it? That was Flight.
Okay, I'm gonna have to rewatch that. Yeah, that man did a whole bottle of vodka in the car, and I swear it was like 9 a.m. I said, "Damn, bro."
Yeah, he was a pilot.
Shit, that pilot was getting active. Shit. But anyway, yeah, and just last final message. UNT is playing tonight in the NIT tournament. I don't know if you knew about that. But yeah, UNT, actually, they playing, I think
they're playing UAB, right?
UAB. I don't know if this is the championship game or like the second.
It's the championship game.
It's the championship game. Your boy will be covering it. So if y'all not following me, follow your boy. We almost at 1,000 subscribers on my shit. So, hey, we getting real turned up. So, Justin, go ahead, take it away, man.
Final thoughts, man. I think you hit it dead on. So to piggyback on CJ, don't get too comfortable. Always rely and depend on self. Position yourself where you don't need to have that. To the Blac Chyna Brittany Renner thing, hey, perception to me, what you put out there, you only get one shot at a first impression. One shot only. So make it your best. With that being said, we out. Look out for us next week. I'm definitely going to reach out to one of the queens and get them on. May have another special guest to see what we can do with that conversation. But with that being said, everybody have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Tomorrow's Friday, so make it a great day.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Holla.